To insert a header, insert header. In this case, I want to choose Banded Earthquake 101. Now, if I don't want that to show on the first page, I can double click the header footer, and I'm going to check the box Different First Page, and then it takes it off of the first page. To add a border to the entire document, that's the key. If it's the entire document, start with Design. I can click Page Border, and your exam will tell you a color, a style, a width. Remember, your widths are in points. And make a note if you need to apply it to the whole document or not. If you need to apply a heading style, those are under Styles. Okay, so those are heading styles. If you need to apply a, quote, style set to the entire document, that is under Design. Okay, so it might have casual, shaded, some other options, but those are under Style Sets, and you would do that if it's for the entire document. To convert text to a table, if you notice in this example, they are separated by dashes. So highlight your text, insert table, then at the bottom choose Convert Text to Table. In this case, these are separated at dashes, and I'll auto fit to contents, and here is my table. Now maybe I want to sort the table by magnitude with the most destructive quake first. So I'm going to highlight my table, Layout, Sort. So if I want to sort it by magnitude, I'm going to change it to magnitude. And remember, descending goes down. So if it wants to be from the highest to the lowest, that would be descending. Descending goes down. Okay, and then here are the earthquakes. Now, if I wanted to add cell spacing, okay, so if I wanted to add a little bit more space around there, especially because there's a lot of numbers, this one can be a little bit trickier. So for cell spacing, we have to go to Cell Margins. Okay, you're not going to see anything right here that says cell spacings. You have to know that cell spacing is under Cell Margins, and then maybe you want to separate it by 0.04. Okay, so that's the trick to cell spacing. All right, so I've got a comment that says add a space after the period. All right, so I did that. Okay, and now I want to delete the comment. But right here, my only two options are resolve and reply. If I want to delete a comment, I actually have to go to the review ribbon, and then I can click delete. Okay, so on the side, you're only going to see resolve and reply. If you want to delete a comment, you have to select the comment, and then in the review ribbon, go up to delete. Right here, I want to insert a table that has 6 rows and 2 columns. 6 rows and 2 columns. Don't get confused over here as you're drawing, because that's 6 rows and 2 columns. So to not get confused, always just go straight to Insert Table, and then you can type in the number and make sure you get it right. Okay, so by doing it this way, typing in 2 columns, 6 rows, then that way I can make sure that I had the right amount. Okay, so again, to do that, you're going to go to Insert Table, and just go ahead and go straight to Insert Table, and then just type the numbers in, because they may try to confuse you in trying to draw it with the number of boxes. If you want to change the line spacing for the entire document, for me the shortcut is Control-A, which is a shortcut for all. And then we can go right to Paragraph, and maybe we want to set this at 1.3, 1.4, whatever they tell you to do. Okay, so don't get confused again with the spacing before and after. And instead you may want to, when you get ready to look for the line spacing, maybe you want to make it 1.6 and click that OK. And again, the difference, so right here I'm going to hold Control so I can highlight both of these. And they are heading 1. And if I wanted to, under the paragraph, under spacing after, maybe I could change that to 18. Okay, so now that adds a lot more space, okay, after my paragraphs. If you want to insert a footnote, place your cursor where you want to go. It's under References, Insert Footnote. Later, if you want to switch an endnote to a footnote, you need to just click Footnotes, and then you could click Convert, or you could change the number format. The mistake some students make is they have the text of the footnote highlighted, and then sometimes, or they have the whole part highlighted, and then sometimes they go over here and they're not able to do that. Okay, so just be careful if you want to convert endnotes to footnotes. Oh, that's what it is. So as you can see, if you have the entire thing, the text and the number selected, sometimes you might not be able to make that work. Okay. Also remember, bookmarks are different. Okay, so if I wanted to bookmark the part Pet Needs, I could just highlight the text, and I could go to Insert Bookmark. Okay, and remember, you may not necessarily see that in a bookmark. Okay, important information, if I wanted to make that strong, that is one of the styles. So make sure that you know the difference between styles, which is for like a short amount of text, versus a style set that would be for the entire document. Remember, if you want to adjust the spacing around a image for text wrapping, you have to click on the image to then do text wrapping, maybe of square. Okay, you can't get to it on the text. You have to click on the image and then choose the layout options to change that. So again, so remember, if we want to delete a comment, we actually have to go to Review, and then we can delete. In this example, emergency packing list needs to start at number 1. So I'm going to click on 4. Okay. Right click and do Restart at 1. Okay. Or depending on the situation, I could continue it from a previous list. Okay. If we want to continue our table heading on the next page, under Table Tools, I can click Repeat Header Rows. Okay, and then it fixes that automatically. So then if it doesn't go over 2 pages, it looks just fine. here is my image. I may want to add an alt text. Okay, so it's a picture of Oakley with a tennis ball. This is my table of contents, and I can tell it has 3 levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. If I want it to only have 2 levels, I'm going to go to Table of Contents and then Custom Table. Table of Contents, Custom Table. Right here is where I can adjust my levels. So maybe I only want to show 2 levels. I can click OK and then replace the table, or you can even update it. So now it only shows 2 levels. So again, you can go to Table of Contents, Custom Table, and then adjust the number of headings that you see. And you could even adjust if you wanted dot leaders or not.